Hello lovelies, I'm the Fragnostic and I welcome you to this week's Retro Rumble. Last week I promised you something utterly backward, grotesque and distasteful, and my word, in the shiny happy world of the 80s arcade scene at least, they don't come much more distasteful than this. 1986's Chiller from Exidy, a light gun shooting gallery game that has had the dubious honour of being the first video game to be banned right here in the United Kingdom. I'm sure you're positively desecrating your pantaloons to find out why, so let's waste no further time, pop some phantom money in this atrocity and get down to business. Talking of atrocities, I do apologise for the neon blue crosshair that the emulator insists on using here, but well, I was about to say that it's better than not playing Chiller at all, but as you're about to see, that's somewhat debatable. So, 4 stages to blast your way through. You have a monster meter that tells you how many horrors you've got to shoot dead before your 45-second time limit expires. But if you take a look at the little picture clues next to each level, you'll also see that there are 8 hidden bonus targets. Pop all of them in one go and you get a go on a slot machine. Pop every single one across all 4 stages and you get yourself a bonus round. Pretty rudimentary stuff. Now, let's murder some innocent people. This is not okay. Do these look like monsters to you? They must be because my monster meter's going down. I mean, sure there are ghosts flitting around the screen and stuff, but you barely notice them when there's a dude strung up in the corner with his leg torn off and a knife in his thigh, do you? Look, back there, even the helpful little severed hand's pointing at him. Go on, blast his dick off. It's okay, he's a monster. I feel like I've been brainwashed and let loose inside a third world political prison. What's most disturbing is that he carries on screaming after you've blown his face off. Like, you couldn't even do that right, could you? God almighty, look at this place. What have I done? All your leftover time goes into the ectoplasmic tabulator, whatever the screaming fuck that is, and on you go, onto the next room. But first, we're hopping on the fruity for a chance at a free game! Oh baby, like you'd want to be seen standing in front of this fucking machine any longer than necessary. Get yourself a reputation of the weirdo in the trench coat that plays Chiller for 3 hours every day after school, gently murmuring the names off his class register to himself. No winners today, so on we go into the rack room, which, as you'll see here, is a little less gruesome than the torture chamber. In fact, the stages here get gradually less offensive as they go. It starts with its strongest hand, and by the end of the game, it's basically a stereotypical haunted house shooting gallery. You gotta completely feed that dude to the alligator. It's not enough that he's dead by the time his lower half's been torn off. Exidy wants his head floating down that bloody river. Exidy wants his mother weeping over an empty casket. Exidy demands no mercy. If you watched the series that started a little while back, Dead Pixels, and you saw the episode I did on another early offensive Exidy game called Death Race, you might already notice something of a parallel in that the helpless pedestrians that you mowed down in that game were played off by the company as being gremlins or monsters, despite the fact that they ran, screamed like, and otherwise resembled helpless pedestrians. And here you're blowing chunks of ribcage off some poor bitch tied to a medieval rack, and slowly feeding dudes to crocodiles as a 4-course meal, but that's cool. They're monsters. I mean, Exidy could have at least made them worth nothing points-wise if they didn't want to implement a penalty, but they went in completely the opposite direction and made it way easier to rack up your score by shooting them than it is to try and track a ghost across the screen, because for one, they don't move, and for another, you get more points for blasting every individual scrap of skin off of their screaming goddamn bodies. Well, here's the hallway. Most of the more graphic imagery has died off now, leaving you with what looks like one of those old Scooby-Doo joke chase scenes where they go running through one arch and come out another, and then the ghost chasing them, then they're chasing the ghost, then each other. Oh man, iconic. What a show. Back when children's programming meant something. Have you tuned into Cartoon Network lately? Well, probably not if you don't have kids like I do, but fuck me. Regular Show? The Amazing World of Gumball? Uncle Grandpa? What are those shows even about? It's like somewhere down the line they decided, fuck it, let's let Salvador Dali write everything now. Nearly done now. One more to go. You know, what I find to be the downright maddest thing about Chiller is that they got an NES port. An NES port of all the systems to port it to. I mean, admittedly this was before the Super NES days when Nintendo really started up with its family-friendly policy, censoring all the blood out of Mortal Kombat and whatever else, but still, Chiller on NES. What? Sticks out like a purple dick from the rest of the console library. Here's the graveyard, easy peasy. Check out this dude with a car full of body parts. Do you know what they censored that out into on the NES port? A non-wheel and a baby stroller. I'm not even joking. In the batshit land of the NES, shooting at a nun pushing a newborn baby around is somehow less offensive than gunning down a probable serial killer. Dance, you body snatching freak! Dance! It's a dead easy level because of all the hands constantly popping out of the ground. And this guy rips his own damn head off and throws it in the pits of hell, whatever that's meant to be. You gotta love the bloody stump the owl leaves on the tree up there. That's what you call a clean kill. That's the kind of quality shooting us time-travelling mass shooters live for. Alright, I can't remember if we get another go on the fruit machine before the bonus stage. Oh, yes we do. This thing is fucking impossible. Even if you wanted a free game, that third wheel spins around like it's trying out for the Royal London School of Ballet. If it spun that fast in real life, it'd create a motherfucking vacuum that'd hoover up whatever rat-luck bastard town was cursed enough to have it. Congratulations! Now we get a bonus stage. Don't miss any. Thanks for telling me, because I got this far by missing everything. Dipshit machine. Alright, you're literally just shooting icons from the slot machine out of the sky as they fly around here until you let one get past you. Inspired stuff. Now, Chiller is a relatively obscure title, and you might wonder why there was next to no fuss, no media outrage, or really anything made about it besides the aforementioned outright ban in the UK, where it was never released. Well, there's a very simple reason for that. It was barely released anywhere, because arcade owners just flat out refused to take it. In America anyway. Sold pretty well in a lot of third world countries. I'm sure it looked great nestled between their 24 unlicensed Space Invader and Pac-Man knockoffs. And there we go! Oh no, the decapitated vampire head escaped and now it's going to fly off and devour the planet. Now you get the joy of playing through the entire damn thing again, over and over, with increasingly more impossible targets on your monster meter until it all becomes too much and you drop dead either in-game or of boredom, whichever comes first. Chiller, boys and girls. No real value past the limited grisly appeal of it. XD released a much better light gun game around the same period called Crossbow, which we'll have to hit up at some point, but don't stray too far, lovelies, because today is a Retro Rumble double bill, in lieu of not having time to do a Halloween special, as we carry on our Castlevania quest with the next haunting entry in the series. See you soon.
Prehistoric bitch, how we do things downtown.